you. She a winner, that's true. She don't even take L's, eating alphabet soup. Mayday, mayhem, 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 mayday, mayhem. She a cool black nerd, always been smart.
And hello, welcome back to another episode of Mayday Mayhem. Also, this is Mayday Mayhem podcast, where you will be able to listen to this stream over any of your streaming platforms for any podcast. But today we're here to talk about the mass shooting that just happened yesterday in Texas. And it's astonishing that we are now, this is the second mass shooting in 11 days, but we all know it's more than that. Because even if you look at this right here, again, I'm near and in Chicago. There was a mass shooting here in Chicago, downtown, where 2 was killed, 7 was injured, and that was at a near Northside McDonald's. And that young man, if I'm not mistaken, was 18 years old, that ended up shooting and injuring, killing 2 and injuring 7. Then we have the infamous gunman in Buffalo that was racially motivated, 18-year-old. Again, he had high-powered gun, assault rifles, body armor, and he was even streaming from Twitch, and he committed a racist act against individuals that look like me, Black, African-American descent or race, which was uncalled for, which was a very senseless act. And it's astounding that we continue to hear this. And now we have this. Another 18-year-old that has decided to go into a school, an elementary school at that, and actually kill 19 children and 2 adults. Now, this was all planned. If you see, I'm pretty sure you can go to CNN or other news stations and actually see the guns that he had purchased. 2 of them. 18 years old. How in the fuck are you able to purchase 2 guns at 18 years old when you can't even buy squares and a drink? You can't even legally go into a bar and get alcohol. But you're able to purchase 2 guns. And he actually got these 2 guns at the same time. And these are very high power assault rifles. Again, I will not be showing them on here. I don't want them to try to snatch my channel. But you can see that these was not no play guns that he had. How was he able to buy these 2 guns and kill 19 children and 2 teachers? Now, the way the story goes, which is astounding to me, the way the story went, he went into a ditch, and the way his car was fucked up, I don't see how he was able to walk out that ditch. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm looking at the car, and the way that car was messed up, I don't see how he got out of it. But allegedly he drove into the ditch. Someone, it's not known who, but someone called 911 allegedly and said it was an epic car accident in a little ditch, you know. So I guess police were already on their way due to that 911 call, because no soon allegedly after he went into the ditch, he got out and he had one assault rifle, one gun, and he had a riot gear, like a riot plate, you know, where he can hold extra arm, you know, extra magazines and those type of things. So he had extra protection with him. Now he gets out of the canal and he walks towards the elementary school, because the person, whomever made the 911 call, says we see a guy in a, allegedly, I have to say allegedly, we see a guy in a backpack with a gun walking towards the school. He gets to the school. He intercepts two officers at the school. You know how you might have little police officers. Look, I went to a school on the west side of Chicago. So we literally had Chicago police officers inside of our school. So police were in the school. Okay, that's fine. This town is very close to the border. It's very close to San Antonio. So I can imagine that they would have police there. I can imagine that. I would absolutely imagine that. But in this situation, he shot one of these border patrols in the head, one of the people, but it grazed him. It didn't kill him. And then he was able to get in the classroom and barricade himself in there and shoot all the children and the two adults. And then he was killed himself by law enforcement. Now, it's alleged that he went to the local high school there. And my question is, why would you attack children? And he even put out a post, allegedly a post, saying, you know, children better watch out. Kids better watch out, allegedly. Why would you do that? Why would you literally allow yourself to take the lives of these 19 children that have done nothing to you? These were babies. I have children that are going to second grade. We've all had children that have been in that grade or that age. Hell, we were children at one point in time. We were in that grade and we were that age. So with that being said, these parents went to take their kids to school and thinking that they're going to see them when they get home. And now 19 parents have to bury their children. What the fuck is going on in America? That's for real. What? That's what I want to put in the title, but I am kind of scared, you know. They be on me about my titles. But what is going on in America? You have a mass shooting in Buffalo, New York over race, where he literally traveled over 200 miles, 3.5 to 4 hours to kill Black people. There's something wrong in America. What the fuck is going on? Like, all jokes aside, what's going on in America? That African Americans and Blacks, or anyone of any minority or any color or any race or any creed, have to be afraid to go to the grocery store. It must be a storm. Looks like I'm having issues with my internet. I apologize if I'm lagging, but it looks like we may be having issues with the internet. It's a storm about to come here, so have to excuse it. But you can't go to the store and buy food. Children can't go to school and learn. Parents can't go to the grocery store. Parents can't go to work because they have, shootings at work. You have mass shootings at work. It was one that just happened not too long ago at a UPS facility. So what is going on in our society in America that this has almost become a norm to the point to where we are becoming numb to the fact that children, human beings, people are literally dying over guns for no motherfucking reason. No reason at all. None. This is an epidemic that can literally be stopped. My question is, what the fuck do an 18-year-old need with all them guns? Why would you sell that to him? Oh, well, he's 18. It's not against the law. What the hell is he hunting? Humans? Because I don't understand. What is the necessarily behind these high-powered rifles when you're 18 years old? Again, you can't even buy liquor. You can't even get into the strip club. Hell, certain clubs you got to be 25 and older to get into. So what the fuck how are you able to go and purchase a gun, not one, but two at the same time, and allegedly over 300 rounds, and that not be a red flag? None of that is a red flag to anyone. I'm just trying to figure that out. So none of that was a red flag. None of that was maybe I shouldn't sell this to him. To be honest, there's no reason for you to have those guns if allegedly, oh, well, I'm going hunting. Well, where's your hunting license? If you're going hunting, shouldn't you have a hunting license? There's no way possible that an 18-year-old is able to get these two high-powered guns. And again, you can't even buy a fifth of Henny out the liquor store legally, and you're 18 years old. So how are you 18 years old and able to buy two high-powered rifles, assault rifles at that, and then go kill 19 children? My question was, how in the hell did he get into the accident? Because if y'all see that car is fucked. That car, the wheels in the front is. My question is, if he was in that car when that car had that accident, how did he walk away? Because that was a nice little embankment that he went in. And you mean to tell me he was able to get up and walk from that? Okay. And then he went to the school. Again, who called 911 and saw the accident? Because it was allegedly a call that said that they saw the accident. It was allegedly an epic accident, and to get help or whatever. Who made that 911 call? What else did you see? What made him swerve into that ditch? Was he literally trying to go to the elementary school, or was he trying to go to the high school? Because let's not forget, he was a high school student at the local high school. And it's alleged that he wasn't doing well in school. He had problems and things of that nature. So what happened to where, again, in this country, you can buy two high-powered rifles at 18 years old. And again, you can't even buy squares of liquor until you're 21. And some clubs, you can't get in until you're 25. Maybe the only way to do this, because you can't take away people gun rights. But you can higher the limit on the restrictions on to buy these guns. 21 or older. Like everything else is 21 or older. Even to get into a dispensary, you have to be 21 or older. Again, I know there are advocate hunting people that actually do hunt, you know, in Nebraska or Montana or in certain parts of Illinois where you do go deer hunting, elk hunting. It's a popular quote unquote sport, duck hunting. You know, you do these things, but you also have licenses for those hunting experiences. So in order for you to buy these, what I would say is military grade guns, you should require some type of license to even have these type of guns. This is ridiculous. It really is ridiculous that he was able to buy these guns and now 19 babies have lost their lives. That's literally the whole fourth grade classroom. He was in one classroom, barricaded himself in, and they were able to kill him. I'm trying to figure out, and a lot of people are too, because I've been watching the story like literally all night. I have been watching since yesterday. Like I gave my kids extra kisses and hugs this morning because what parent thinks that, oh, I'm just going to drop off my kid at school, go do some housework, you know, maybe go to the gym or do something and go pick them up. And then you get a bone-chilling phone call that there has been an accident at the school. You need to get there. And Lord forbid, your child is one of those kids in that classroom. We have to literally put ourselves in these parents' shoes, because if it was me and if it was one of my kids, I would be inconsolable. I would be no good. Like, you would never see me again. I'm so serious. I would literally go into obscurity. I wouldn't talk to no one, talk to anyone, speak to anyone. I probably wouldn't climb out of my bed. There would be no way, because I sent my kid to school and now they're not here for no reason, because an 18-year-old kid was allegedly being bullied and he had issues. But now 21 families have to pay for that issue. Not to mention, let's not forget, y'all, he shot his grandmama first. So what the fuck happened that you shot grandma first? Then again, you went on the road, crashed into a ditch, and that car is fucked. Like, again, that car is crashed into a ditch, and then walked to school, and someone actually called 911. I'm pretty sure and hopeful that the FBI is talking to the 911 caller, or that because I know they can trace the call. They need to talk to that 911 caller, because that 911 caller knows a lot more, because they actually heard or saw the accident, because they called 911 and it was already a border patrol there at the school. It's only about 90 miles allegedly from San Antonio, and it's not too far from the border. So you would suspect border patrol, and, you know, people be passing through, you know, just like the town I live in. It's not even really a town. It's a little town that I live in, but you have to pass my town to get into Chicago, and you have to pass my town to get out of Chicago. Either way it go, well, depending on which way you're going, but to get into Chicago, you have to pass my town, and to get out of Chicago, you have to pass my town. So I'm assuming that this town is like that, where you have to go past, you know, it's right in that little intersection. So it probably would be a lot of police and Texas Rangers and stuff stopping through there. Again, it's a small town. I can see that. And again, I'm pretty sure police and ambulance would be on the way if someone called 911 and said, you know, there was a gnarly accident and you know, someone could be hurt. So that could be another reason why the police were on the scene so quickly, because someone called 911. Again, we don't have the 911 call. That probably won't be released for some time. We don't know, depending on how the investigation goes. Because again, you have the FBI involved in this, because again, this was a mass shooting. Like allegedly the worst one we've had in 10 years. And we've had literally 2 mass shootings. Well, again, I say 3 mass shootings within a week's time, within 2 weeks' time. That was just what, last weekend that we had the shooting at the supermarket, Top Supermarket in Buffalo, New York. We had a mass shooting here again in Chicago, which we have literally every day. Now a mass shooting with children. And it's, again, almost to the fact that us as a society, we've become numb to it. And even one of the representatives, I don't know which one he was, I'm not going to lie and tell you. But they were talking, and he even said, like, why are they here? Like, why do we put these people in office and nothing changes? We still have high crime. We still have mass shootings. We still have these high power rifles and weapons that are on the street, which should only be reserved for law enforcement and army personnel, to be honest. And no one sees any harm or any wrong in this. That's the issue. Why is nothing being done about this? That's the real question. Like, what is happening to America that we allow this to happen? We're actually allowing it. And the people we put in place, we expect them not to let allegedly anything bad happen to us as a society, but everything bad is happening to us as a society. How in the hell do we have a shortage of baby formula? Somebody tell me that. And they knew about this since February. And when I say they, the formula companies, they knew it was going to be an issue because it was allegedly some bacteria that was standing water and all these other things. They're having a whole hearing on that right now as we speak about baby formula in America. How in the hell do we have a shortage of baby formula in America? How is that? And now we have mass shooting of children now. Old people can't go to the grocery store. Kids can't go to school. Not even the baby kids, the teenagers. My question is, was he on his way to the high school and somehow, some way he had an accident and went to the little kids' school? Because in my mind, why would you harm children when allegedly you shouldn't be harming nobody, but allegedly you have problem with high school kids? It's just, we will never know what went on in the madness of his mind. Hey, Miss Jackie. Yeah, it is a mess. It's such a mess. It really is. And it makes no sense. And it's like, when is it going to stop? Like, when is it going to be, like they say, cause and effect? We have all this crime and violence. Now, how the fuck is we going to stop it? Like, how do we stop it from continuing to go on? Again, the people we put in place to stop this, they don't stop it. It keeps going and going and going. And it's no end. Why is that? No one can answer the question. They had a ban on these guns for a few years, and actually we had a decrease in these mass shootings. It was a decrease. Now the band is over with, and now we have a fluctuation in these mass shootings, homicides. And these are not older people doing this. These are fucking kids. We're talking about 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old that are doing these crimes. Again, we have the 18-year-old that did the heinous act in Buffalo, New York. He was 18 years old. He was a whole 18 years old. Where did you learn this hate? This is something that has to be learned. Where did you learn to hate like this? Yes, some things can be learned on the internet, but some things also are learned at home. You know, how did this happen? Again, 21 people's lives have been changed. 21 families, lives have been changed due to one person for some craziness that didn't even have to happen. It didn't even have to happen. It's a senseless, again, that's why I say it's a senseless crime. There was no need. Now, allegedly, he had problems in school. He wasn't doing good in his grades. But first, again, he shot grandma. He shot grandma first. How? Did grandma ever call 911? That's another question. Did she call 911? Was she able to call 911? It's alleged that even people in the neighborhood that grandma stayed in, didn't even hear any gunshots. So what happened? Where was she shot at? Like, did he shoot her and then no soon he did that, he left out? And again, was this accident, was he going towards the high school? And then that car went into a ditch. And now the car is totaled because the car is totaled. That car wasn't going anywhere. And the ditch looked like almost like a ravine. It didn't even look like a ditch. It looked like an actual, what we would call a ravine here. It looked like a canal almost that he went in and he got out. Somebody called 911. Who is that somebody? What else did you see? Was he disoriented? Like, because I don't see how he got out that car. I swear. I don't see how he got out the car. I don't see it. So it's still a lot of questions to be asked. Still a lot of questions to be answered. But it's a lot of prayers to be given up to. Because again, in a week, we've lost at least, we're going to say a good 50 people within 2 weeks' time. And that's just from what we've seen or heard on the news. We have a mass shooting. They did a statistic where we have more mass shootings in this year than we have had in the days of this year. You know what is 52 weeks in a year, 365 days in a year. We've had more shootings in this year than we have had days. That's insanity. That's craziness. How? And the people we elect are doing nothing. Put a ban on these guns. Make the age limit 21 and older. You can't have none of these assault rifles or none of these guns unless you've been in the military, you have a military clearance or some type of clearance for these guns. If you are a hunter, you should have a hunting license. You can purchase these type of guns if you have a hunting license, but it shouldn't be available to a 18-year-old kid that's got anger issues. And now he bought two at the same time and then allegedly over 300 rounds. What the hell are you finna do with 300 rounds and you don't have a hunting license and you're 18 years old? What the hell are you doing with that? That's a big red flag right there. He should not have even been sold them. But again, it's 18 and older. You can buy these things 18 and older. You can do it. So where do we go from here? Are they going to really sign the bill and sign the law to stop the sales of these high power guns, because there's no reason to even have them. There's no reason, to be honest. You're not in the military. You ain't over here fighting no war, over there fighting no war. You don't need these guns. You're not hunting ducks in the middle of Chicago Avenue and Pulaski. No, you're not. So there's no need for these guns to be sold anywhere in the city. There's no need for them, because he legally brought these guns. These weren't guns that was, oh, he snuck around the corner and the man handed it to him in a little paper bag. No, he walked into a store, slapped his ID down, slapped that ID down, and got the love you too, Miss Jackie. Go to work, girl. Get that paper, child. Girl, get your money. I feel you. Have a good day. Do your best. You're special. See you later, Miss Jackie. But there's no need for all of this. There's actually no need. And what's going to happen? Now, this has become one of the deadliest shootings in American history yet again. So what's going to happen? Is it going to be another deadly shooting before something happens, or before someone does anything? Or is this just going to keep going on and on and on and on? That's the question that we have to ask. So actually, I will be ending this broadcast right now for today. I want everyone to please stay safe, stay healthy. Again, if no one told you they love you, I do. I truly, truly do. And make sure you do better today than you did yesterday, and strive for a better tomorrow today. Because again, each day is not promised to us. None of them 21 families thought that when they saw their loved ones that morning, that they would not see them again. None of those 10 families at Tops in Buffalo, none of them families went to the store not thinking that they weren't going to come back home. You know what I'm saying? None of them thought that. None of the families or the kids that was downtown in Chicago, they weren't thinking that 7 were going to get shot and 2 were going to end up dead. No one was thinking that. So, again, treat each day as though it's your last. Don't waste on nonsense. Stay away from all that negativity and stay towards more positivity. And let's somehow get the conversation going on how we as a society, because the politicians, they ain't going to help us. Let's be real. They not. So how can we as society try to stop this? Because we can't say, oh, it's an all black thing. Oh, it's an all white thing. Oh, it's an all Latino or Hispanic thing. No, this is a society thing. This is a American thing. This is our problem shit. How we always talk about, that ain't our problem, we ain't got to deal with. Well, this shit is our problem, America. Not just blacks, not whites, not Hispanics, not Polish, not green, not purple, not blue, not yellow, not orange. No, it's all of our problems now, because what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Again, politicians is not helping us. The people we elect are not helping us. So it's up to us as a society to try to get a conversation going, or find some type of way where we can stop this. It has to stop with us as a whole, as a community, as humans. There's no reason that we need to keep doing this. So I thank you again. Remember, you're special, you're whole, you're loved. And if anyone tell you other than that, they're a motherfucking lie. They a hater, and let them go on about their business. All right. So again, everyone stay safe, stay healthy, stay aware, stay alert. Even if you have loved ones that are exhibiting some type of warning signs, watch and listen and hear some of these warning signs, because it may save others' lives and yours. I'm pretty sure his grandmother did not think that he was going to shoot her. So, again, everyone stay safe, stay healthy. You're incredible the way you are, and don't let nobody change who you are. So, I see you guys next time for another podcast broadcast.